I thought it was a normal day because I was sweating, and that's what I do at work, is I sweat. And I thought it was a normal day. She said that I was talking to the nurse, my primary doctor, 4 times, but I only talked to her 1 time, is what I thought. My temperature was 103.6. It was ranging from 103.6 to 103.9. I went inside my room, I laid down, and all of a sudden I just started dripping. I started dripping with the sweat, and she says, "Oh, you gotta go to the hospital."
I could just tell because he was coughing a lot. He had a high fever. So I knew already when I was bringing him into the ER that I wasn't going to be able to stay with him because unfortunately with everything that was going on, visitors weren't an option at that point.
And one of the EMTs was working in the emergency room. He goes off and he grabs my arm and he says, tells my wife, "You're going home, he's going to stay here with us." I was hesitant to come to the hospital. I was watching a whole bunch of things on the news channels showing everybody that was having problems with the COVID. I didn't want to come to the hospital. When I ended up coming, Jeff was his name, and he told me that if I can go there with him in the back room, they were going to have me sleep for 2 to 3 weeks. And 2 to 3 weeks, I said, "Is it okay if I use my phone so I can call my wife?" I called my wife and I told her, I says, "Well, I guess I'll see you on the other side." They're sitting there telling me I'm going to sleep for 2 to 3 weeks.
He sent me a text message first, and it was a picture with him having an oxygen tank on him with like a balloon mask on. And he says they're going to be putting me under on the ventilator.
And maybe about 25 minutes after that, I was asleep.
I was so confused. I was like scared, and I didn't know what was happening. You know, it was so confusing, just because I wasn't there and everything was being told to me on the phone. As time went on and he was in the hospital under the ventilator, they would also take the phone or take a camera or iPad into the room to where I was able to see him. Even though he was still on the ventilator, they were talking me through, like showing me the machines, just so I would kind of understand, you know, what was happening, because I couldn't be there. And I would tell the nurses too. I would tell them, "Could you tell him, you know, that I called?" I mean, even though I knew he was asleep and he was sedated, they always said, you know, "I tell him every time you call, I let him know that you called." And so, you know, they would when they would be in there, they would rub his back for me and just try to be comforting.
From that day, from May 10th, I think it was, May 10th is when I got up. I went off and I couldn't sit up, I couldn't stand, I couldn't walk, I couldn't even crawl, I couldn't even roll over on my own. Right now, I'm at 1.5 miles walking a day. And I mean, I couldn't do it without my family and the doctors and the nurses and my kids. I really couldn't have. Everybody sits there and tells me that, what did you get out of this whole thing? I tell them I'm a big crybaby now. Everything that everybody takes for granted, you don't go through some of the stuff that I went through, you're going to take it for granted until that day that you come back. You come back and you see your family and your friends and basically how much you're loved.
Thank you guys. I thank you for everything that you've done for my husband, for myself, and for my family. I mean, without you guys, we wouldn't have him here.
What an amazing, amazing staff we have over here. They don't give up on you. Tell them thank you for not giving up. I wouldn't have been here without them. And that I love every single one of them.